Have you ever dropped your toothbrush and blamed it on old age? What if that tiny slip wasn't just aging, but an early warning from your brain? Every year, strokes take the independence of hundreds of thousands of seniors. Most never saw it coming. No pain, no drama, just a quiet morning that suddenly turned into something else entirely. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, one of Japan's longest-living physicians, believed that health after 60 isn't just about medicine. It's about paying attention, about noticing the moments we once ignored and choosing to live them differently. Most people think strokes arrive with a bang, slurred speech, a sudden fall, a trip to the ER. But for many seniors, the real danger starts far earlier and far quieter. A dropped fork, a fuzzy thought, a hand that feels just a little off when tying a button. They feel like nothing. But sometimes, it's the smallest stumbles that reveal the biggest imbalances. And it often begins within the first hour after you wake up. In today's video, we're going to explore ordinary morning habits, things many seniors do without a second thought, that may quietly increase your stroke risk after 60. We're not here to alarm you. We're here to help you notice, because when you catch these early cues, you can gently steer your health back on course. So please, stay with us. And let us know in the comments, where are you watching from? Does your morning feel calm or rushed? Have you ever had a moment where something just felt off? We'd love to hear your story, because sometimes sharing one small detail can help someone else spot the same sign in themselves. Have you ever started your day with just coffee and nothing else? It seems harmless, familiar, maybe even comforting. But after 60, this tiny choice could quietly raise your risk of stroke. Here's why. During sleep, your body loses water through breathing and sweat. By morning, your blood becomes slightly thicker, your vessels a little less flexible, and your brain a little more desperate for circulation than caffeine. Yet for many, the first sip of the day is a hot mug of coffee, not water. But caffeine, especially on an empty stomach, doesn't hydrate. It narrows the blood vessels. It signals your body to wake up before it's ready. And here's the science. A study in the European Journal of Neurology found that low hydration in the morning was linked to nearly half of first-time ischemic strokes. Not bad genes, not poor diet, just a simple lack of water. But the fix is gentle and immediate. Before your coffee, before the news, before anything else, drink a glass of room temperature or warm water. Not cold, not rushed, just a slow, quiet sip that tells your brain we're safe, we can flow. Even a single glass helps reduce blood viscosity, improves circulation, and gives your brain the fuel it needs to start thinking clearly. A glass of water might seem small, but to your brain it's a signal that the day can begin safely. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, have I given my brain what it needs to begin? Because the very first thing you drink could set the tone for everything that follows. Do you wake up and sit up right away? It feels natural. You've just opened your eyes. You swing your legs over the edge of the bed. Maybe you sit there a minute, maybe less, and then you get up to start your day. But here's the part most people miss. In the first few moments after waking, your circulation is still catching up. Blood has pooled in your lower body during sleep. Your heart is adjusting, and if you stand up too quickly or stay sitting too still, your brain may not get the oxygen it needs in time. That's when many seniors feel lightheaded, a little dizzy, or even off balance on the way to the bathroom. Doctors call it orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when you move from lying to standing. And for older adults, it can be more than uncomfortable. It can increase the risk of falls or trigger stroke symptoms if blood flow is briefly disrupted. But here's the good news. A few seconds of gentle movement before sitting up can make all the difference. Before lifting your head off the pillow, try flexing your feet, wiggle your toes, circle your ankles, breathe slowly. Let your body know we're not rushing, we're resetting. Then, when you do sit up, roll your shoulders. Move your neck gently, place your hands on your thighs, and pause for a breath before standing. This small pause doesn't slow you down. It protects you. Because the most dangerous part of the morning isn't always what you do, it's what you skip. And those first 60 seconds between sleeping and standing might be the most important of all. Have you ever told yourself, "I'm not hungry in the morning, I'll just wait"? Many seniors do. Sometimes it feels like a healthy choice. Other times it's just habit. But skipping breakfast after 60 can quietly set the stage for trouble, and your brain may be the first to notice. As we age, our blood sugar becomes more sensitive. Overnight, your reserves dip lower than they used to, and by morning, your brain is running on fumes. You might not feel hungry, but you may feel a little foggy. Maybe you forget why you walked into the kitchen. Maybe your balance feels slightly off. Maybe you catch yourself rereading the same sentence twice. These aren't just senior moments. Sometimes they're signs of low blood sugar, a trigger that, when combined with dehydration or stress, can nudge stroke risk higher. One of the most overlooked combinations in early stroke cases? Coffee, pills, and no food. But the solution is soft and simple. You don't need a full breakfast, just a little nourishment. Half a banana with peanut butter, a boiled egg, a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Even a few soaked walnuts can help stabilize your system. What matters is not how much you eat, but that you eat something nourishing. Something that tells your brain, you are supported, you are steady. Because breakfast after 60 is no longer about appetite, it's about protection. If this is making sense so far, go ahead and tap the like button. It helps this message reach more seniors who need it. And that small bite could be the reason you move with more confidence or think more clearly as the day unfolds. But even if you eat something, there's one more habit that slips in faster than anything else. It shows up before breakfast, before movement, sometimes before you even open your eyes. And it could be quietly raising your stroke risk every single morning. What is it? Look no further than your phone. When do you first check your phone in the morning? For many people, the answer is right away. Before water, before food, before your feet even touch the floor. And what's waiting on that screen? News alerts, unread emails, family messages, the weather, sometimes even bills or bad headlines, all before your brain has had a chance to fully wake up. But here's the hidden risk. In the first hour after waking, your cortisol, the main stress hormone, is already at its peak. Your blood pressure is rising. Your nervous system is still transitioning from rest to action. Adding stress, mental, emotional, even small, is like stacking weight on a fragile shelf. And studies have confirmed this. A 10-year review in the journal Stroke found that adults over 60 who experienced high stress early in the day were significantly more likely to suffer a stroke. The riskiest window? The first 3 hours after waking. But the answer isn't to cut out stress completely. It's to delay it, just a little. Let the world wait 10 minutes. Your brain deserves that calm before the noise. A warm drink with no noise, a few gentle stretches, a slow walk to the mailbox, or even just sitting still, eyes closed, letting your breath settle. You're not wasting time. You're giving your brain space to fully arrive. You are not your to-do list. You are not your inbox. You are a person with a brain that heals, strengthens, and performs better when it begins with space, not speed. So tomorrow morning, before you grab the phone, ask yourself, what can I give my brain first? Stress or stillness? There's a kind of morning that feels peaceful. You wake up, pour a cup of coffee, sit near the window, maybe with the newspaper, maybe with your thoughts. No rush, no noise, just quiet time. But here's the question. How long do you sit? Because after 60, stillness that lingers too long can quietly become a hidden danger. As we age, circulation slows, blood gets slightly thicker, veins lose elasticity, and the muscles that once helped push blood back up to the heart, especially from the legs, begin to weaken. When you sit too long, especially in the morning, blood begins to pool in the lower body, and that's often where small, silent clots can begin to form, building slowly unnoticed until one day, they don't stay where they started. You don't need to be in a hospital bed to face this risk. You just need to be still. Too early, too often, for too long. One study in Circulation followed over 8,000 older adults. Those who were sedentary for more than 9 hours a day, especially in the mornings, had double the risk of stroke, even if they exercised later. Because it's not just how much you move, it's when you move. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need a gym. You don't even need to break a sweat. Just 5 to 10 minutes of gentle movement in the first hour can change everything. Stretch your arms overhead, march softly in place, roll your shoulders, walk to the mailbox. Let your body feel the flow return. It's not dramatic, but it's powerful, because when your blood moves, your brain wakes up, and that simple rhythm may be the quiet shield that keeps your morning ordinary instead of unforgettable. The first hour of your morning isn't just about routine. It's how you speak to your brain, your balance, and your future. And the good news is, it doesn't require a perfect lifestyle or expensive tools. It begins with small acts. A glass of water before anything else, a few ankle rolls before you stand, a bite of food before your first pill, a moment of calm before you reach for the phone. These don't seem like much, but over time, they form a quiet rhythm, one that protects your independence more than any supplement ever could. That's how strong seniors do it. Not through luck or flawless genes, but through gentle consistency. They don't rush the body, they wake it. They don't test the brain, they support it. They start their mornings not with pressure, but with presence. And if you're wondering, is it too late for me? The answer is simple: no. It's never too late to start small, and never too early to start strong. The first hour could change everything. We began this video with a heavy word, stroke. A word no one wants to hear, and yet one that changes lives in seconds. And for many, it feels like it comes out of nowhere. But as Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara reminded us, the body often whispers before it screams. A slow hand, a scattered thought, a morning that feels just slightly off. These aren't random, they're signs, subtle, quiet, and worth noticing. Because when you notice them, you can act before things escalate. You can shift the direction. You can protect what matters. So tomorrow morning, when the light comes in and your feet touch the floor, give yourself just a few extra moments. Drink the water, move your toes, eat something simple, breathe. Tell your body, gently but clearly, we're listening. We're starting this day with strength. And if this helped you, share it with someone you care about. Because sometimes one small story, one quiet morning, can change everything. So send this video to your morning coffee partner. It might just protect their next sip and their next decade. Getting older doesn't mean giving up. It means getting smarter. It means noticing what matters and choosing it again and again. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about. You never know whose morning it might protect. And we'd love to hear from you. Was there one habit that surprised you today? Or something you've already been doing that you now see in a new light? Leave a comment below and join the conversation, because sometimes the smallest story can change someone's life.